man. Shit, my God. Whew. Shit. You are welcome, Wolf Girl. You are welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'll be back in just one second, guys. My God. Thank you. Yeah, I got my allergy attack now. Oh my God, and I think it's not gonna go away. Let's see. We are live on YouTube as well now. What's up, Subretta, Project 9, Normal. Hello, guys. Hello. Hello to Pinta the Magic. Oh, God. Yeah, I love and hate springs, man. I'm doing good. I hope I'm doing good, Normal. I mean, I'm a little bit allergic right now, but other than that, we're fine. We're fine. Can I ask a question? Yeah, of course. Go for it, man. Okay. Who do we have here? Miriti and Peacock Official. Thanks for the follow, guys. We're gonna be starting very, very soon, okay? Today we got a special stream. There we go, we got David on the chat as well. What's up, David? Welcome. Drinking hot water helps me a lot with allergies. I'll try that. I just had a coffee. I'm not sure if that helps. Just had a coffee. Are you guys fans of coffee? Andy the Leech, what's up, my friend? Welcome. How do you guys drink your coffee? I like it with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar. My brother-in-law, he drinks it like completely black. Black, 2 sugars. Interesting. Ala, what's up, man? Yeah, it's actually a very nice Friday today. We got nice weather over here. It's a little bit colder than usual. Tadeo, what's up, man? Tadeo, there you go. Yeah, in Mexico, Saif, it's 9 a.m. It's about to be 9 a.m. So it's a little bit earlier than our usual live stream, but that doesn't mean that we're not gonna have some cool news, guys. You guys ready for them? Oh, I'm so ready. I'm very, very ready. Well, what time is it over there, Chuhi, for you? Is it late? Because we got a lot of people from Europe, from Asia, Poland. Oh, was gonna say if they speak German in Poland, but no, it's Polish, right? You speak Polish in Poland. German is spoken in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, if I'm not mistaken, as one of their official languages. At least that's what I was told when I was learning German. Spain there, the Alva, nice. Italy, Elena. Oh yeah, Becker Draw, I think you're also in Italy, right? Fox Girl, Lucy, you're from Scotland. My wife has been like insisting that we go visit Scotland like soon. She really want to visit Scotland. She wants to go to... She's a big fan, and probably you're gonna laugh because of this, but she's a big fan of this series, Outlander. You probably heard of it, right? And she wants to visit like all of the places from the series, like Lallybroch, I think, is one of the big ones. She wants to see... Yeah, like all of the important landmarks, right? Like the Culloden Battle, all that. Like, no, I definitely want Edinburgh. Yeah, I definitely want to go to Scotland as well. 5 p.m. in Israel. There you go, Jonathan. Did you know this is a funny thing? Did you know that here in Mexico, the name Israel for a person is very common? Like, there's a lot of people who are named Israel, which will be like if someone in Israel named someone there in Mexico, right? But that's a very, very common name here in Mexico. Well, not super common, but there's a lot of people named Israel. Like one of my other brother-in-law, he is also named. His name is Israel. Rexaka, what's up, man? From Argentina, there you go. Utah, 8 a.m. Yeah, Utah is a little bit earlier, right? Yeah. There are, like for whatever reason, Jonathan, a lot of like in a lot of like Spanish-speaking countries, Israel is a very like common name. Oh, we got someone from Iraq as well, France. There you go. Yeah, we spell it exactly the same. I think it's because of religious reasons. Like in the Bible, there's a lot of well, there's the character, right? Or no, not the character. Is it the place? It's a place. And I guess people just took it from there. Yeah, it's funny. It's one of those like interesting tidbits of data. Okay, let me open this. First, a Ramadan stream. Is it Ramadan right now? There you go. Thanks for the follow, Leroulette Tattooer. I want to get a tattoo. I've been really thinking about getting a tattoo, but I'm not sure. My wife is okay with it, but I'm personally not sure if I should do it. The thing is, the tattoo that I want to get is very fanboy-y, so I know some people will be like, oh, that's pretty cool, and others are gonna be like, oh, that's a little bit cringe. So I'll debate it. I wanna get either some dwarven runes on my forearm, or something from the like Stormlight archives again on the forearm. Like I was thinking about getting the slogan, you know, always learning, always improving. One in each forearm, but in like in dwarven runes. I think that will be interesting. But it's not something I'm thinking about doing soon, so don't worry. I think we're fine. There we go. There you go, Solid Mango, 5 months. Thanks for the sub, man. Thank you very much. That would be cool. Check out my work maybe when I head down to Mexico later this year. Yeah, that would be cool, man. I'll definitely check it out. Do you have an Instagram? Is it the same as this handle that you have right here? One on each cheek. Lord Telem is saying, if anyone in the US is a student, DreamWorks and Laika internships are open right now. So you guys might want to check them out. Let's see. You don't think it's kind of like having the company's logo on your skin? Yeah, it might be, but it's my own motto, so I don't think that's too much of a deal. Shizuma, thanks for the sub, my friend, and we are ready. David, we're ready with the little thing that we're gonna be doing in a couple of minutes. Just making sure that we're ready to go here full screen. There we go. I think we're ready here for the full screen. What's up, guys? Hello. Welcome. Let me just like pop up the chat here from YouTube so that I don't miss any message. There we go. Hello everyone. How are you doing? Looking good? Yeah. I'm trying. We was born ready. Awesome. We also have everyone here on the YouTube. So. As you guys know, I like to create stuff. It's one of the things that I enjoy doing. And the other thing that I really enjoy doing is, of course, teaching. And if I can teach about creating stuff, well, you pretty much got like a magic formula for the things that I enjoy doing the most, right? So let's see. I'm X-Rider, by the way. Yeah, of course, Guri. I remember. Namaste, guys. Namaste. Do I give remote internships? Normal is asking. I don't really. We do have internships sometimes. We're a very small studio. We're a very small studio, but we do sometimes offer internships. Right now, we're actually offering internships to 3 artists. One of them is what's the word? One of them is a modeler and texture artist, and the other 2 are actually programmers, because we needed a couple of programmers for the upcoming project. So Muhammad says, I was finally able to see you live. Yeah, well, guys, I'm happy to announce that this will be the first course, the first new course that we're going to be releasing this year. We actually haven't released, the last course that we released was the ZBrush for iPad course, and it was a huge success. If you haven't seen it, it's there on the channel or on the website. If you are learning about ZBrush, well, that's a great way to start. But today, I'm going to be showing you the newest course that I've been working on. And it's one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm just going to let the trailer speak for itself, I think. And then you guys can tell me what you think, okay? So, everyone ready for the trailer? You ready, guys? You ready? There you go. So, let me turn off the music. Hopefully the trailer is not too loud, so get ready. And, well, hear this. I'm happy to announce the newest course in the Leal 3D website and community, available as soon as we finish this little trailer and presentation for you, my friends. Give me just 1 second, and here we go. Do you want to make your 3D models look amazing? Whether you're a game artist, a 3D modeler, or just love creating amazing renders, Marmoset Toolbag 5 is your secret weapon to amazing presentations. This course is your complete guide to baking, texturing, rendering, and presenting your work in the best possible way. With over 8 hours of content, we're going to be transforming our very simple models into awesome presentation pieces. No boring theory, just all of the information and tools that you need to start applying them right away. And the best part, everything's in real time. I'm going to be showing you every single step of the process. We're going to go through bakes, through textures, through presentation, shading, every single thing that you need for your projects. If you get stuck on something, don't worry, we have an amazing Discord community where you can get feedback, ask questions, and post, of course, your results. Marmoset Toolbag 5 is an absolute powerhouse. It has the most advanced baking tools that I've seen, a very simple and straightforward approach to texturing, and of course, the fastest way to set up and present your 3D work like a pro. So, what are you waiting for? Take your renders to the next level and start mastering Marmoset Toolbag 5. And remember, always learning, always improving. There we go, my friends. There we go. So yeah, that's it. That is it. The new course for our site is going to be a Marmoset Toolbag 5 course. And of course, I want to show you a couple of things. But before that, here, let me show you the thumbnail. There we go. So you guys might have remembered this character right here. this is one of the goblins that we've been working on, and I decided, hey, let's give him a new fresh coat of paint, and let's get him ready. Let's get him ready for the course. So let me just, because I'm literally clicking right now here on Thinkific. I'm clicking published, and boom. So now the course is officially published here on the website. You can check it as soon as the stream finishes. Don't worry, it's gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, this is the course that we're gonna be focusing, or that I prepared for you guys in this first part of the year. I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but I was waiting for a couple of things that I needed to get ready, and I decided to do a comprehensive guide of the whole thing. This is one of those courses, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that sometimes I do a course where we use a single project and we just like work on that single thing for a long time. And this one is a little bit different because actually we have 6 different, here I can show you, 6 different chapters. The first chapter, and this is important for everyone that's watching right now, the first chapter is the first time we're doing this. It's completely free, even the project files. So if you go and use the free preview on the site, you're going to be able to get here into chapter 1, which is the bell. It goes over basics of lights, basics of materials, the basic setup of the cameras and all that kind of stuff. That one, completely free. It's a gift, my friends, for all of you. So you can check chapter 1 completely for free. It's going to give you some very, very good tools for your presentation. And if you want to see the next couple of chapters, well, of course, you're going to have to enroll. But we got the dragon. So the dragon is this one that we did a couple of months ago. We're going to go through the texturing process, bakes, preparation, like lights, everything. We're going to be doing a little bit of this whole thing, the dragon. And then chapter 3 is also another like very personal one of mine that I really like, which is the ADEX helmet. Let's see if some of you guys are the old school followers, because we did this helmet like 3 or 4 years ago, but I never showed the texturing process. We just did the sculpting process, I believe, inside of ZBrush. And this time around, we're going to be going over some like hard surface things and bakes. Again, bakes, texture, presentation, everything for this like helmet right here. So that's chapter 3. Then chapter 4, it's a special chapter, because chapter 4 we're going to be covering like special things such as environments. Environments now can also be done inside of Unreal. These are a little bit more technical. It's not a full project. We do like small little exercises so that I can explain all of the cool little tools that we have here inside of Marmoset. But that's a very, very fun one. And finally, of course, we got chapter 5, which is this one right here. Chapter 5 is the Goblin character creation, and again, we do everything. I'm going to show you how to do the eyes, how to do the hair, how to do cloth, how to do leather, how to do metal, how to do skin, how to do presentation. Every single thing that you're seeing right now in this image was completely done inside of Substance Painter. So it is a special course, as Cray6 is saying here, because it has a lot of my personal things, like the personal stuff that we do in the channel. I use those exercises so that you guys can practice and learn all of the fundamentals within the software. Marmoset, for those of you, I mean, you gotta be living under a rock if you don't know what Marmoset is, but Marmoset is a very, very powerful, like, what's the word, like software. And the one thing that it's really impressive nowadays is that it's a single like software. Like if you do your bakes, your textures, and you render in this one, you're not gonna need anything else. Andy is actually asking a very good question. He says, as someone who textures mainly in Toolbag, what do you think of it? I personally love it so much, Felix. Yeah, I really like it. There are a couple of things where Substance, of course, it has more years in development, so it might have a little bit of an edge. But to be honest, again, this result that you're seeing here and all of the ones that I've shown so far, and we're gonna jump into Marmoset in just a second, but all of those were done here. So completely capable of doing amazing like textures. The one thing I love about Marmoset is the fact that you can be texturing and you can already have your lights set up so that you can see how the light is going to look on the final render. So that's not something that you can easily do inside of Substance, because inside of Substance you only have one HDRI and that's all you get. In here you can actually control everything. Let's see, you said the Goblin was done in, no, Marmoset, yeah, sorry, Artsy, Marmoset. Everything was done in, like, the Goblin was done, of course, in ZBrush, right? But all of the texturing, all of the elements were done inside of Marmoset. What will you do with your old course in Udemy? Marmoset Toolbag 5? Okay, so Hassan, maybe you're not in the loop, but I no longer work with Nextdoor. I stopped working with them a couple of years ago. So unfortunately, those courses are now, I wouldn't say they're obsolete, right? But the ones that I've been releasing in this channel are the ones that have the most up-to-date information. If you get those, I mean, that's fine. You're still gonna get some like valuable information. But as you always know, always learning, always improving, right? So these new courses have way more in-depth information that the ones that I did back then. How heavy is Marmoset in terms of hardware? I think it's really, really fast, guys. Like, it is, like, heavy in terms of disk space. It's not too bad. Rendering times are always going to be long, right? Like, if you want to be rendering, like, sequences of images or animations, it's definitely going to take a little bit. If you have an RTX card, you can get a little bit more performance on the, what's the word? On the render side of things. But yeah, I don't think it's too heavy. Like, I was able to work with UDIMs. We go over UDIMs as well on the course, and they were working perfectly fine. So this is it, guys. I wanted to show you the final. Oh yeah. What the hell am I thinking about, David? I almost forgot about that. We're gonna be doing giveaways, of course. So as part of our giving back to the community and thanking you guys for the support, of course, I want to give away a couple of the courses right here. So we're gonna be following the same dynamic that we normally follow. There's gonna be a link in the Discord channel. I'll show you in just a second. Let me see here. Let's check this. So there we go. Let me show you. So in just a second, David is going to enable in this part right here, in the events, in the Notice Board events, there's going to be a little bit of something similar to this, and there's going to be a button with a little party popper. You click on that button, and you guys are going to be able to get in there, okay? So there we go. Can't watch following for me to see later. There you go, pictures, don't worry. Yeah, this one, what's the word? This video is not going to be, like, I'm just going to leave it on so that everyone can see this, like, an introduction here to Marmoset. Let's see, Alan says, hey, you're an absolute machine. Thanks for more awesome content. You're welcome, Alan. You're welcome. Yeah, Substance is still one of the industry standards, Artsy, but I'm going to tell you something. Marmoset is the best baker for normal maps and for all of the other maps. Like, it has the most control in bakers, and I've seen a lot of industries, a lot of like studios that are using Marmoset for the bakes, and then they transfer it to Substance, which is a perfectly fine way to do stuff. So it's like, believe me, if you try the bakes inside of Marmoset, you're not gonna you don't want to go back to freaking Substance. Satlan, what's up, man? All good over here. Funny enough, I was searching a tutorial for Marmoset, and now you're gonna do one. Yeah, it's done, man. It's done. It's already there on the site. So there you go. David is already setting everything up here on the Discord so that we can do it. And yeah, as Becker says, if you have a personal like preference or a personal vendetta against Adobe because of their subscription model, Marmoset does have a subscription model, which I think is quite fair. I think it's like $20 per month, and you can buy the software. You can actually own the software. I own my copy of the software. Also, Marmoset, yeah, the material library for Marmoset, and you guys are gonna see that in just a second. Is really good. So this is it. The Goblin does not have a name. We actually, I forgot to name him. Normally, I name all my characters, but this one I totally forgot to name him. So yeah. Leroy, you can get Substance. That's a good point. You can get Substance through Steam, but you only get updates for 1 year. Marmoset, you get it through their official site, and you get updates through the whole version. So as long as Marmoset 5 is still doing what's the word? Like versions, updates or whatever, you're gonna get it. Once they jump to Marmoset 6, you do need to pay a little bit of a difference. Well, not a little bit. I would say like roughly half of the cost, and then you update to the next one. I've been using Marmoset. You guys want to see something fun? Here, give me 1 second. So the first time I used Marmoset, let's say professionally, was when I did this character right here. 11 years ago. So I've been using Marmoset for a long time. And this character right here was rendered using Marmoset 3 at the time, I believe. I think this was Marmoset 3. I don't think it was even called Marmoset 3. It was just called Marmoset Toolbag and then whatever version. So yeah, Marmoset is an amazing software. I strongly recommend it. Let's see. Talur. Ooh, I love that name. Talur the Goblin. That sounds very goblin-esque. I like that. Interaction failed when trying to participate on Discord? I got 51 entries. Yeah. There you go. Portfolio review, Hassan, is going to be at the end of the month. So in this month, we're going to have it on the 28th. So March 28th, that's when we're going to have our portfolio review. The giveaway is on Discord, Project 9. If you're not on Discord, make sure to join. There should be a link here in the description, or David will share it very soon. I noticed that baking in Substance, especially curvature, needs UV seams on edges, otherwise it barely detects the edge. No, I don't think so, man. I'm not sure about that specifically. Maybe the asset that you're trying to do requires that. But no, curvature doesn't really require the edges. Curvature will check the distance. So it really has to do with your, to do that. Ghost says, can you please give me a few easy characters to learn sculpting? A goblin! A goblin is a great character to learn about sculpting. So that's it. Here, let me show you guys. So this is the skin right here. And I want you to see the complexity that we were able to get here. Let's go render passes. Albedo. There you go. Look at that. All of those gradients, all of those pores, the blood, the cavities, all of this. Here, Marmoset. We use very similar things to what we have in Substance, like the generators, right? Like there's smart masks that follow a specific like parts of the curvature of your bake. This is a very low poly character. Let me show you the wireframe right here. So as you can see, we have like barely any like a resolution or barely any like loops here on the character, and it's still allowing me to get a lot of very nice detail on the character. Can you hand paint a Marmoset? Yes, you can. It's not as intuitive as in 3D Code, for instance, but actually, you guys want to see something fun? This is a bonus chapter, part of the bonus chapters, and I want to do a special thanks. Oh, let me save that real quick. I want to do a special thanks to our friend Casey Forster, because Casey was kind enough to give us this one right here. Where is it? There we go. So he was kind enough to lend us this character right here, this little Raphael like plushie. And in the bonus chapters, I show you how to do this here inside of what's the word? Inside of Marmoset. So it's not true hand painted. It's similar to the orc video that I have on the YouTube channel, which is like a hand painted style effect or hand painted style approach to texturing. But this is all hand painted. Like right now, there's absolutely no light information in this scene. This is pure albedo. You can see it right here. There's no other maps. There's no glossiness. There's no normal. There's nothing. It's just all of the information painted on the character. And we take a look at this in the bonus chapter. So in chapter 6, there's a couple of like little extra tools that I show you, and one of those is this one, how to do like a hand-painted style approach to your characters. Okay, so yeah, you can technically do this. It's again, it's close enough. If you want to give it another extra pass, the cool thing is you can export the textures into 3D Code and then keep working and keep adding a little bit more details. So let me go back to the goblin. Looks AI. Well, I'll take that as a compliment then. Yeah, the first chapter is free. The first chapter is free. So here's a great question. Hassan is asking, I don't understand what Marmoset does. So Marmoset is a rendering, texturing, and presentation, or actually Baker, texturing, and presentation software. It's been around for a long time. It's not a new software. It's, I would say, part of the like industry standard softwares out there, and it allows you to, as the name implies, texture and present your work in a better light. A lot of people, and I think I have, I hate showing this one because it's a it's a very old one of mine, but at least it shows the interactive render. Which one do I have with interactive render? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, so I did this character 8 years ago for a game that was I was working on, an indie game, and oh, thanks for the vids, Shido. Thank you very much. And this is another cool thing that Marmoset has, and we do cover this on the bonus chapter as well. We cover how to do this kind of stuff, which is just like the Marmoset presentation. And the cool thing about this is when people are checking your stuff, they can really see like how close or not you are in terms of topology, in terms of color variation, right? So it's a viewer. You can use this as a viewer, and it's interactive. So again, it's a cool stuff right here. Hey, thank you, man. Oh, that's a lot of bits, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. What are the maps that we can bake in Marmoset Toolbag? Oh, normal. You are gonna go crazy with this. Let me create a baker project here. So, all of this. You can do normals object, height, position, curvature, convexity, cavity, thickness, bend normals object, ambient occlusion 2, complete lighting, diffuse lighting, spectral lighting, indirect lighting, material ID, object ID, group ID, UV outline, wireframe, alpha mask, albedo, gloss, specular, albedo, metal, roughness, metalness, emissive transparency, and the vertex color. All of those maps you get back here. And here's the thing, and we covered this in chapter 2 with the dragon. You can independently select what maps you want to bake for each of the different elements on your project, right? So maybe for an element you're gonna bake 10 maps, and maybe for an element you're just gonna bake the traditional like 5 or 6 maps. So it's one of those things that's really handy. You guys want to see something cool? Look at this. Look at this detail right there on the threads. All of that is just transparency. Just baked transparency from one of the maps. All those like loose fabric and loose elements. Right? All of that. We cover this in chapter 5, on the character chapter. I show you how to do that kind of stuff. And right now we're in this thing called raster mode. Raster mode is like the basic... what's the word, like the basic mode, the one that you see in most games, but we can always jump into ray tracing mode, and ray tracing, as you can see, it's going to give you a lot nicer results. It's going to look a lot more cleaner. So yeah, their API documentation isn't very good. Oh, I'm not too well known on that kind of stuff, Sebem. Like I don't know too much about programming, so I'm not sure about that particular question, but that's a great question. Let's see. If you have to guess how long it takes to get to the level of making high-level sculpting characters like Elden Ring, 2 hours per day of practice. If you do 2 hours per day of practice, it's probably gonna take you like a year and a half, probably, to get there. Probably. It takes a while, man. It takes a while. Close says, "Hey Abe, happy to be able to help you in some way. I'm broke as fuck. I'm trying to learn ZBrush for hard surface props. I love how easy it is to create a high poly from my base race." Thank you, my friend. Thank you. No, everything helps. Everything helps, and it's all thanks to you, my friends, that we can continue to do this. Is your Unreal course still on its way? Yes, but this is something that was happening earlier this year. I worked all January on the course, and I was able to move like quite far forward. But you probably have seen this, right? In Hollywood, writers... anyone who's creative, even you have probably done this. It came to a point in that particular project that I was not feeling it. I was not liking how it was flowing, and it's the second time that I was doing that with the environment course. So I need to really go back to the drawing table, sit back, and just like think very closely about how to make that course work. So yes, we are going to be working on that. It's not an art block. It's not really an art block, Foxgirl Lucy. It's more of a flow block, because there's so many things that I want to cover that I feel like the course is going to be so massive, and no one's going to be able to follow along because there's, again, so many things, right? So I need to really think about an approach to make it approachable so that people can find a good like flow through it. And Marmoset was one of the tools that I was missing, because I'm using it quite a bit on that course, so I want to make sure that I had covered before we released that one. So that one eventually, it's gonna come eventually, okay? It's gonna come eventually, but it definitely is on the sidelines for now. Let's see. Do you ever use Blender maybe for hard surface? Yeah, I normally use Maya, Leroy. I normally use that one, but yeah. Let's see. What is Marmoset different from Substance? They're very similar. The approach is very similar, Hassan. So not too different in terms of how you do or build stuff up, but they're definitely different on, again, the baking side of things and the presentation side of things. Yeah, so Andy, that's a great question. Every single chapter has rendering. Everyone. So we do rendering on the bell, we do rendering on the dragon, we do rendering on this character, we do rendering on the helmet, we do rendering on all of the bonus chapters and the small environment pieces. So every single chapter has rendering. We do have like a big focus on texturing as well, but there's rendering in every single chapter, Andy. The beard, that's a great question. So the beard right here, this one is was built inside of Maya. The hair cards were done with XGen. And the render is what we do here inside of Marmoset. You guys want to see something cool? Let me turn on a couple of lights here, that we can actually see something, because it's definitely very dark. And let's go here to the... There we go. So here is very interesting, because hair cards, as you guys know, are almost magical. Like, if you work properly with hair cards, you can get a lot of details out of them. And in this particular case, for instance, one very cool thing that we have is we have this alpha mask that we can use as a sort of like a thickness slider. So if you lower your alpha mask, the hair becomes a lot more wispy. Can you see that? So it looks, it starts becoming a little bit thinner and thinner and thinner, and you pretty much like eliminate it to have very thin hair. So that's how you control the width or the intensity of the hair cards, with the alpha channel of your texture map. And that, along with the cavity map and all of the information, right, all of the elements that we normally have right here, that's what makes this element like really like shine. Let's see. Out of curiosity, if someone wins the free course on the giveaway, can you keep it until the environment course comes out, or is it just for the already realized ones? You can keep it. You can keep it. So whoever wins the giveaway, you can pick whatever course you want. You can pick this course right here. You can pick any of the other ones, the character course, the anatomy course. It's like a golden coupon, and yeah, you can keep it. I have a couple of students that have won and are waiting for other courses that they might enjoy. So yeah, you can definitely keep it. Let's see. How are we doing on the time here for the giveaway? In a minute. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute to announce the first giveaway. Sat Dico, if you're on the Discord channel, go quickly. Go quickly here to the events part of the channel. It's on the notice board events, and click on this little thing right here so that you get access to the giveaway. We're gonna have more giveaways, so if you missed this one, don't worry. We're gonna have 2 more giveaways, okay? Karen Marmoset looks way different. Yeah, it does. The shaders in the well, not all here. Here, let me show you. Let me save this real quick. So here's another one of the scenes that we're gonna be like exploring. This is a more technical scene. This is from chapter 5. No, sorry, chapter 4. And on this one right here, we actually have fibers, which is a very, very, very cool thing that they added in Marmoset 5. So in Marmoset 5, if you're doing hair fibers, like actual curves, like in XGen or in the the Blender stuff, you can actually have the actual fiber. Like these are not hair cards. These things right here, they're not hair cards. They are actual fibers that you can totally display here. And similar to other elements, you can change, for instance, the width. You can change even the density. So if you want to have less density, all of that can change. So it's a very, very cool thing, very cool addition that we have right here. And we have our first winner in 3, 2, 1. Boom! Congratulations to... Oh, this thing got stuck. Come on, come on. There you go. Congratulations to Anthony CK. There you go, Anthony. Congratulations, Anthony CK. You are the winner of a premium course, my friend. You can grab whatever what's the word? Whatever course you want, Anthony. It can be this one. It can be one of the other ones that we have on the side. So Anthony CK, congratulations, my friend. Congratulations on being the first winner here on our giveaway. Is this from Flip? No. This is my helmet. I did this helmet a couple of years ago, and again, I'm just using it as an example. I mean, it's a common exercise, the Spartan helmet. Did you guys see who's doing the Greek film? Is it Christopher Nolan? I think it's Christopher Nolan, right? He's doing a another timepiece, another movie with with this kind of stuff. Renato, this is a Marmoset, my friend. This is Marmoset Toolbag 5. Chapter 4 is environment tools, but you plan environment course that you... Exactly, yeah, Vargas, that's right. So in here, we're going to take a look at some things. Again, chapter 5 or 4 is a little bit more technical, Justin, but it's not an actual environment. They're just like environment tools that you can use within Substance. Marmoset, sorry. Freaking force of habit there. So that's the one. But yes, we are still we're still planning on the environment course, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Still not ready to see the light of day. Let's go over here. Let's see. Zero Cool first time chat says, what programs do you use? I'm currently doing a bachelor's in game art and dev and want to learn to make my own 3D models for 3D printing. If you want to do 3D printing, you probably want to be using either Blender or ZBrush. I personally recommend ZBrush because that one is a lot more professional, I would say, but you can do it inside of Blender as well. So let me assign the materials here to the elements that we're missing. There we go. We got this very cool rope here. So with this one, we're using a little bit of height deformation, like displacement, to really make the rope so change the silhouette a little bit. It's not gonna be like a complete tube. Nice, right? So we got that one right there. We got these parchments over here. So we were talking about, David and I, we were talking about this scene, and he's like, we should definitely make it seem like he's gonna be captured or something. This one's pretty cool. This is one of the things that I love about Marmoset. Look at that. That's actual displacement. We got real-time displacement, and this one's so good. You get a lot of detail, and it can really make your stuff look very, very nice. Let's add that one. Let's add where's our glass material? Is it this one? No, it's not the one. Well, glass here, we're just gonna change this to refraction. There we go, so that we can actually see light refracting through the glass. There you go. Yeah. I've reused a couple of things. You know, we gotta be optimized. You know the lore. What's the quote from Aslan? Do not quote the old scriptures to me. I was there when they were, like, made or something. Yeah, so you need to go, guys. If you want to participate in the giveaway, you need to join the Discord channel. If you're not on the Discord channel, we're going to share the link in just a second. And then you go here to notice board. There's events, and there we go. The second giveaway is right here, ready for the whole thing. One of my university mentors is teaching your 3D film set course to people. Oh, man. See, I don't like to talk bad about anyone who's doing, you know... Like, I mean, yeah, it feels useless to talk bad about anyone doing that kind of stuff, but that feels a little bit dishonest. A little bit dishonest. It's fine, that's fine. Okay, so let me set the eye materials. So the eyes are very cool because the eyes actually have a little cover here, and each eye has a different color. That one looks like a cataract eye, and this one over here is like a reptile's eye. So you can see again, there's a little bit of there's like a glass thing, right? Like it's the cornea that is refracting the actual eye information, and you get this very, very nice effect across the whole thing. Oh, there you go, Becker. I'm glad it helped you. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that one as well, the Series for iPad course. Let's see who. In the environment course, would you teach you everything about the environment? Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly, Dolfo. That's exactly the problem. Well, not the problem, the challenge with that course. That I need to make a lot of facets in order to fully realize the vision that I have with that particular course. And then I need to teach all of the information on how to properly set them up inside of Unreal to get them to look good. So we need to look at a lot of technical things. And actually, that's a good question for you guys. Like, because I know that eventually when that course releases, it's going to be a long course. So I'm not sure if we should release it as a single course or if we should do like multiple courses, like Environment Part 1, Environment Part 2, and then each course focuses on one part of the construction, because yeah, it's a lot of information there. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind, Lord Tellum, when people are using my stuff. And I've gotten a lot of messages. I've gotten a couple of emails from teachers in other like countries, and they're like, hey, I'm following your course. It's amazing. Thank you very much. I'm using it to support my class. So I create my own content, and then I use your information to sort of like make it a little bit better or complement some informational pieces, and then that's what I teach. That perfectly fine, because that's how we all learn, right? We grab information from all over the place and then we use it in our own stuff. That's how I learn. Like a lot of the stuff that I'm teaching in this courses, I read from the documentation, I check other sources, I review specific like workflows and see how I can change them or modify them, and then I give it my own twist, right? That's how we learn. So that's not a problem for me, to be honest. But when people steal your job and they're like, oh, hey, what's the word? I am the one who did this in the first place. Like, that feels a little bit dishonest, you know? Let's see. What's your favorite editing software, Ghost? You mean for videos or for what specifically? Let's lower the brightness. There we go. Yeah, and the cool thing about Marmoset is that it's very, very interactive. So, for instance, I can add, I don't know, like a rim light right there, and I can very, very quickly like start playing with the properties and change how this thing is going to be affecting my character. When you're using ray tracing, it really, really works. Let's make this, I don't know, like a blue light or something. Yeah, that looks interesting, right? We can play with the diameter. We talked about this on the latest short, right? We talked about how diameter affects the way a light works. And this is like in Blender, where you have the denoiser. So when you're moving stuff, it looks very blurry. But as soon as you let it hang for a couple of seconds there, it will try to... what's the word? It will try to clean it up and use a little bit of a denoiser. Let's see. I'm Anthony CK, the one who was chosen by Discord. Yeah, so Anthony, I will send you a message on Discord as soon as the stream finishes, or a little bit later today, just so that you tell me what course you want, and I'll give you a coupon so that you can redeem it, okay? Can you remove it, like in Toolbag 4? What do you mean, Andy? The denoiser? Yes. So if you go here to render, and you go to the denoiser, you can just set this to off, but it's going to be very noisy, right? And you're going to have to really increase the samples to get something that looks a little bit cleaner. So all of this like little dots right there, I would need to really increase it. But again, this is where the GPU, like if you have an NVIDIA card, it's very good. Like it's very clear and elements, or it's very fast. But yeah, if you want to work without this thing, just like work with off, and you're still gonna get like that sampling issue, right? But as soon as it finishes, it will start like cleaning up a little bit more. Murka, you just missed the release of the new course, my friend, but don't worry, we're going over it. So I just released the newest course there on the site, which is going to be a Marmoset course. It's a Marmoset course focused on, you know, baking, texturing, rendering, presentation, all that kind of stuff. Is Marmoset Toolbag your preferred rendering software? For game assets, yes, definitely. That one 3D artist. Like if I'm doing a game asset or like game character or things like that, yes. If I'm doing things like some of the thumbnails that we do for the channel, if I'm doing like a product render, I normally do it inside of like Maya with Arnold, but for game characters, totally. No, it's not like Nuke GPDM. It's not like Nuke. Do you think it's more valuable to show renders made in Unreal? It's fine. Like both of those options, Drachmus is fine, both Unreal or Marmoset, because at the end of the day, both of them are render engines, right? If you're gonna be doing some very complex shading stuff, then yeah, Unreal might be a good option at that point. But for fast stuff, and especially if you want to use again like the Marmoset viewer, you can do it with this one. Here, let me show you another one that I was having a lot of fun with. This is also in the bonus chapter, and that's the animation stuff. So Marmoset allows you to have animation, and you can export this animation to the Marmoset viewer as well. So if you're an animator and you are doing like walk cycles or run cycles or things like that, you can also export from the Marmoset viewer with lights and everything into your presentation for your portfolio. Any new courses incoming? This one, the Marmoset course, my friend Zafiro. This is the newest course that we have here on the channel, the Marmoset course, releasing it just today. And what's the word? I need to take a little bit of a pause for the next course. So March, I have a project on the studio that we're working on. It's releasing on April, so we need to really focus. We're gonna be entering like crunch time. So I probably won't be able to record or start recording any new courses on March. If I get some free time, I'll definitely like start like pushing towards the next one. But after that one, it's probably gonna be April or May when we have the new course. Still deciding what that will be. Let's go here to the Goblin again. There we go. Let's see. Let's see, Anthony. Yeah, well, I mean, you might be a very lucky winner. Yeah, Maya is a very good, man. Maya is a very like a famous software. It's industry standard, as you guys know. So you're definitely gonna be using it quite a bit. So yeah. If you have to make a fox, you use ZBrush, but what about the hair? How do you make it? I would use hair card. It depends. You can use hair cards, you can do sculpted hair, you can do or you can do actual fibers. What kind of fox would that be, Ghost? Like how realistic would it need to be? Yumemochi, you mean for hand painted stuff or just stylized in general? Because stylized you can use again a couple of things. But yeah, like Marmoset, 3D Code, like that combo right there, and even to be honest, just Marmoset can easily replace Substance Painter. Like if you don't like Substance Painter, if you don't like their business practices or things like that, or you feel like it doesn't like vibe or flow with you, then Marmoset is I would say is like the next best alternative for that. Hey, what other things would you do in UE as a character artist? So as a character artist, you usually just need to finish your models, proper topology. If you know a little bit of rigging, that's great. And if you're going to be doing Unreal, then learning about shading would be ideal. Like how to make the skin look very, very nice, how to make the hair look very, very nice, how to make all of the elements like procedural materials that you can tweak and modify. That's the kind of stuff that could really benefit you as an artist. I was wondering, like an artist for film animation, if it's better to render with Marmoset. Oh no, if you're gonna be doing film animation, you're probably gonna be doing renders inside of Blender or Maya. It's not that you can't do them here. You could technically do it. There is subdivision modifiers here, so you can smooth your meshes and you can do it here. But it's usually gonna be in other softwares, yeah. Say you were rendering for an art print. Would Marmoset be good for that? Yeah, of course. And also in chapter 6, Chapter 6, we cover these things quickly, which are the render passes. So render passes are like all of the layers that you have from your element that you can extract. And if you know how to do a little bit of compositing, you can compose all of these elements inside of Photoshop. This is what a lot of people who use ZBrush do. They'll do render passes from ZBrush, right? Like the C depth and the normal and the glossiness and that kind of stuff. And then they join them together and use or make it like a more artful illustration or something like that. Do you have a specific order for your courses? Or you can start, I mean, it depends on your level, right? What level do you have, JP? Are you a beginner? Are you an intermediate artist? Like, what level are you? Let's see. Are you going to make an Unreal course? Eventually, Arl. Yes, eventually. It's not on the next upcoming ones, but we are definitely considering one of those. Yeah, like for instance, a couple of courses that are on the on the drawing table, like still planning. Hair, we've been asked about hair quite a bit, so that might be one of them. Hand painted style has been one of other like commonly requested stuff. What other stuff could be? Creatures, we've been getting some suggestions for creatures. Environment, of course, and that's, I think, pretty. Oh, and hard surface. Let's see. Yeah, if you don't know how realistic it's gonna be, it's probably gonna be using hair cards, and then at that point you're gonna be doing hair cards probably in this software called Fibershop. You can do them in ZBrush as well or Maya, but Fibershop is very easy to use. And then get them into Marvel. The woman anatomy, yeah, that was another one. Yeah, we're gonna do a woman. The woman anatomy, I have a specific thing planned for that one. That's coming like mid this year probably. Yeah, another course. Yeah, I want to do a full character course like the Thyros one that I did a couple of years ago. I definitely want to do a full character course as well soon. Mid-advanced. I'm college student 3D, but I want to get into more specific. I would recommend the ZBrush one first, JP, if you haven't like delved like deep into ZBrush. Like the ZBrush stylized character one is a very good one. And then yeah. No, it's not her ex. It's an acquaintance of Duncan, but it's not her ex. Yeah, hand painted in 3D coded is one of the ones that I want to do as well. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna get the second winner right now, correct? We're about to get there. Is Blender going to be industry standard? I think so. I think it will be. I mean, I think it already is, to be honest. Like, did you see that the movie Flow won the Oscar, right? So, what else do you need to prove the fact that you can make it industry standard? 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the winner is Kitan. Congratulations, my friend. At Kitan, Kittan. Kitan, congratulations, my friend. You are the lucky winner of another free course. Again, you can pick this course or you can pick any of the other courses that we have on the site. And yeah, congratulations, my friend. We're gonna have one more giveaway today, guys. One more giveaway, so stay focused here because we're gonna be releasing that one in just a second. I got a lot of questions today, which is great. Here, let me show you the helmet because I really like the result that we got from the helmet one. This one. I was trying to go for like some Halo Reach vibes. Do you guys played that one? So at the end, there's like a little short scene where there's like an abandoned like helmet in the middle of nowhere. So we were going for that kind of feel, that kind of effect. And again, all of this is live here inside of Marmoset. So all of the texturing for this helmet, the blood, the text, all of the metal edgeware, the paint, all of that stuff is covered in chapter 3 of this course right here. What do you think about 3D Code's sculpting tools? I have not tried them. I'm gonna be honest, Roger. Like, I do have 3D Code, but I just have the Textura. So I have 3D Code Textura, which is this one right here. And I just use it for like hand paint stuff. Like I was doing some tests with this guy right here. And it's mainly for hand painted. I have not tried the sculpting. I've also been told that the retopology like tools are quite nice, but I haven't really like given them a fair shot, I would say. That's just a very ugly piece, by the way. You know how people render their material previews in Marmoset? Are any alternatives you suggest to present materials for portfolios? Well, David, I do have the portfolio workshop on the site that has what's the word? Has the freaking, like, I explained some of that, but for instance, I would recommend doing a wireframe render, right? If possible. In here inside of Marmoset, you can go to this little cogwheel and just turn on this wireframe right here. So that you can see, you can change the density, the color. So just showing the wireframe is a good way to showcase your topology, right? And then you can go to the different elements, for instance, normal maps, right? So, not big projects, sorry. Render passes, geometry, and then normals. And that's your normal map pass, so that you can see how intense or not your normal map is. You can also go to geometry, and you can use, for instance, your ambient occlusion. That's another like good pass that you can do. You can go to render passes and do, for instance, a glossiness or roughness, right? That's another important one. So all of these things right here are very easy to do here. Like, you just literally jump into the specific like pass that you want to do, and then you go from there. I don't think we have. Oh yeah, we have a little bit of material ID right there. But yeah, this is one of the things that I love about this particular like software, is that you can see every single map, not just the basic texture maps. You can actually see the render passes maps, right? Again, like the ambient occlusion, which is a very common one. And this is ambient occlusion not from the ambient occlusion that you baked. This is the ambient occlusion from the world. Okay, so what's happening right now on the screen, that's what we're seeing here as part of the ambient occlusion. What alternatives to ZBrush would you recommend? Blender has a very good sculpting process. Like, even on the Axe course, on the AAA weapon for games, on that one we do everything inside of Blender, and it's perfectly fine. Any art challenges coming soon? Yes, we do want to do that. It's not just for video game artists. You can do some advanced texturing on this one as well. You can do UDIMs now, so you can totally do a character that's gonna have like multiple UDIMs and export it from from Marmoset. But yes, I would say 80% of the projects that you do inside of Marmoset are for games. So yeah. Nomad Sculpt is also another great one, as Becker Draw is recommending here on Twitch. Dracomus says, I'm struggling a bit with hair and making it look good, and also for like long coats or razors are intimidating. And if plants are, yes, we're thinking about the hair course. We did a couple of hair videos on the YouTube channel, Dracomus, so you can check them there. Like I've done action videos and I've done haircut videos, so check those ones if you haven't like zero idea of how hair works. That might give you a just like basic understanding, but that's one of the things that we're planning for the future. When you're making a pro short movie in 3D, do you edit in the 3D software? No, you edit in an external software. I would probably use the Vinci, to be honest. I've been using that one quite a bit. Anyone have any suggestions for 3D modeling on an Android tablet? Becker, you recommended me a software, right, for modeling? I'm not sure if it was for iPad or for Android. I mean, I know tablets and phones are getting stronger every day, but I still would not try modeling in a phone. No, you're fine, Crazy. I love questions, so don't worry. Let's see. Did you like ODST? Yes, I did like ODST. Is there a plugin for hair used in Max and Maya? I forgot its name. Yeah, so there's this GS Curve Maya or GS Curve Tools. This is the plugin that a lot of people use for hair placement. So I've mentioned this before about hair. Let's go back to the goblin here. So hair requires three things, three very, very important things. Hair requires the haircuts, hair requires the placement of the haircuts, and the hair requires the shading of the haircuts, right? So here we're using or seeing the three stuff at the same time. We have the placement of the haircuts, we have the shading of the haircuts so they look nice. I do think they look a little bit too thick right now, so I'm gonna make them a little bit thinner, a little bit more wispier. And the placement of the cards can be helped with this tool right here. It's a little bit pricey. I mean, $25, not that bad for what it can do. And what it does is it pretty much allows you to create a curve And then it's kind of like the sweep mesh tool that we have inside of Maya now. So this one does it to the hair card, so it's a little bit easier to place. But you're still gonna have to create your own hair maps inside of other softwares. Again, I personally use Fiverr for that. But yeah. Oh, okay. So Ornatrix is different. Ornatrix is a hair system. Okay, so Ornatrix is a hair system that you can use, but this is for real hair. So if you're going to be doing real fibers, Ornatrix is the one that you might be using. There's usually 3 big ones: XGen, Ornatrix, and the other one's Jetty. I believe there's a lawsuit or like trademark competition between Jetty and Ornatrix. But Jetty Hair System from Peregrine Labs is another one that's it's a plugin. Both of them are plugins. And they do the exact same stuff. So depending on where you are in the world, you might be using either Jetty or Ornatrix. The problem is, as you can see, it's a little bit expensive, right? Even for indie. Well, indie's not that bad for Jetty. I'm not sure what the price is for... what's the word? I'm not sure what the price is for this one. Ornatrix Maya by... Yeah, single license, it's $600, and this one doesn't seem to have an indie license. But if I'm not mistaken, one of them cannot sell in the US. So if you're in the US, you're going to have to use the other one. If you're not in the US, you can use whichever one you want. And again, they're pretty similar. Both of them, I've seen them in big production, so both of them are perfectly fine. As you can see, they work with all of these render engines right here. Pepper with Doug, what's up, my friend? Welcome. Am I still doing mentorships? Yes, I only have very few slots available. I think right now I just have 2 slots available. So, but you can reach out to me on Discord, and I'll give you more of the details. Let's see. James Hannigan says, been modeling for a few years, but never focused on a specific area. Now I've chosen to go with characters. How long should I be in the tutorial course phase before going on your own? I don't think you ever stop being in the tutorial phase, man, or in the learning phase. You know our motto, right? Always learning, always improving. But I would say you should be able to do your own character without any guidance after about, especially if you already have experience, if you dedicate just 6 months to learning the most important pipelines, at that point you can just start doing your own stuff. But even me, I'm still watching tutorials. I'm still learning about new techniques, new tools, new processes. That never ends. If you think that's gonna end, you chose the wrong career, because this career advances so freaking fast that you need to be constantly learning about all of the new things that are coming into the industry. Where do I make armor? It depends. Sometimes I'll do it in Maya if it's simple. Sometimes I'll do it in ZBrush if it's a little bit more complex. Sometimes I'll be jumping between both of them. I'll start in ZBrush, I'll clean it up in Maya, I'll go back to ZBrush to add more detail, I'll jump back to Maya to retopo. So it's a little bit of a back and forth. Do we know what the big announcement is? Yes, man. Okay, so here's the trailer for those of you that missed it, because we just showed it the first time, or at the beginning of the stream. So here, this is the big announcement. We're talking about this right now, but here's the trailer. You want to make your 3D models look amazing? Whether you're a game artist, a 3D modeler, or just love creating amazing renders, Marmoset Toolbag 5 is your secret weapon to amazing presentations. This course is your complete guide to baking, texturing, rendering, and presenting your work in the best possible way. With over 8 hours of content, we're gonna be transforming our very simple models into awesome presentation pieces. No boring theory, just all of the information and tools that you need to start applying them right away. And the best part, everything's in real time. I'm gonna be showing you every single step of the process. We're gonna go through bakes, through textures, through presentation, shading, every single thing that you need for your projects. If you get stuck on something, don't worry, we have an amazing Discord community where you can get feedback, ask questions, and post, of course, your results. Marmoset Toolbag 5 is an absolute powerhouse. It has the most advanced baking tools that I've seen, a very simple and straightforward approach to texturing, and of course, the fastest way to set up and present your 3D work like a pro. So, what are you waiting for? Take your renders to the next level and start mastering Marmoset Toolbag 5. And remember, always learning, always improving. There we go. So yeah, that was the big announcement for today. We announced it a couple of minutes ago, and yeah, that's the big surprise. We got a new course. Right now, there's one last giveaway that we're having on the Discord channel, so you guys can enter, and if you win, you can pick this one. So yeah, that's it. Let's see. What do I think about Instamat? Instamat. Oh, was that the one that we tried not too long ago? Yeah, I think it has a potential. It's definitely a very different experience. I got the opportunity to try it a couple of weeks ago, And even though it's interesting, it feels to me like they're trying to make a lot of the softwares out there, right? They're trying to make Substance Painter, Substance Designer, Geometry Nodes, so it feels like a very, very big software. I definitely am all for like more competition and more options out there. I haven't really like delved too deep into it, so I'm not gonna be able to give you an informed opinion on that one. Let's see. No, I take courses every now and then as well, my friend. Like, I don't think it's yeah, 6 months should be more than enough, but I constantly am updating and actualizing. No, that's not the word in English, right? I'm constantly updating my knowledge and learning new stuff, so yeah. Would the Marmoset course work with Marmoset 4? Yes, but there might be a couple of tools that are not available. For instance, the hair stuff, the actual hair fiber stuff, that one's not available. Ray tracing is slower in Marmoset 4. They did improve the render engine in Marmoset 5, so you might have a slightly different times. But most of the texturing stuff should work. I think there's just like a couple of things that they might be missing there. But again, like the principles are going to be... yeah, UDIMs, that's a big one. UDIMs are not present in Marmoset 4. You will be missing those. So yeah. Doom Zero, thanks, my friend. Thank you. What is RAV4D though? So many softwares these days. Yeah, there's a lot of softwares. That's why, Chief, and this is a specific thing that I want to be very, very, like, direct about, guys. Learning softwares is very important. Those are the tools that we use to make our lives easier and to create. That's it. But the most important thing, and you know me, that this is what I teach when I'm teaching any kind of software, are the fundamentals, the principles. Because if you learn the principles of sculpting, rendering, texturing, rigging, animation, if you learn those principles, and 10 years in the future, the software changes, right? We're no longer using whatever software it is we're using right now. All of those principles remain. The tools change, but the principles remain. That's why it's so important to focus on those fundamentals. And that's why in all of the courses that I do, all of the things that I teach in the channel, in the shorts, everywhere, I always focus so much on fundamentals, right? Like the important things, the core principles of art, of sculpt, of design, of color, of composition. Those things are the things that really, really matter, because if you learn those things, you can take them to any other software as the industry is evolving. Because I don't know what's going to happen in 10 years. I know that the softwares that I'm showing you right now, these are the ones that we're using in the industry, right? But in 10 years from now, I don't know, things could change. We might be using completely different pipelines, but the fundamentals won't change. That's why someone here was asking a great question, and I do want to like talk about that as well. That's why I'm not scared about AI, because AI is a tool. If you have the fundamentals and you use AI, you're gonna be able to create some interesting things, like some really powerful things. But if you're just a noob and you don't have the fundamentals, you don't understand what makes a good piece, then I can give you the strongest software, the strongest computer, the strongest things, and the stuff that you're gonna be able to do will not compare to someone who knows the fundamentals, who knows the things that they're doing, who knows design, proportions, anatomy, color theory, composition, camera information. Like all of those things will apply to someone who's using any kind of tool, including AI, okay? So that's why I'm personally not that scared, because there's a lot of people, and I'm not saying you guys here in the chat are those kind of people, but there's a lot of people out there that they're using AI as an excuse to be like, oh, awesome, AI is gonna do everything for me. Then that means I don't need to learn anything about art. I don't need to put in the hard work to learn theory or information about that kind of stuff. Complete mistake. Complete mistake. Now, I'm also not saying, hey, just ignore AI, nothing's gonna happen, our industry is completely safe. No, of course we need to be mindful of what's happening, right? But the fundamentals and understanding that those are the core principles that have worked for thousands of years, right? Like sculptors back in ancient Greece, right? The sculptors and painters in the Renaissance, people from the Impressionist area. Like all of these guys, there's always been advancements in technologies, and people thought that art was gone for. That never happens, and I don't think it ever will, because we understand what is important about the fundamentals of art, okay? So don't be scared about what's coming next. Focus on learning the core things, the important things, and then apply that to whatever it is that's the new stuff, right? Or the new things. That is, I would say, the important thing. Wait, we got the winner already? There you go, Emirak! Congratulations, my friend! Emirak is our final winner for today here. Emirak, you are the proud winner of a free course here from our site. So I'm gonna be contacting all the winners. In this case, we got Emirak, Kitan, and the Anthony Seike. I'm gonna be contacting you guys soon. And as soon as I contact you, you guys can tell me what course you want, and I'll be happy to send you a link so that you can redeem it at checkout. So you're gonna go into the site, click on buy the course, and on checkout there's going to be a coupon place that you can place your coupon there, and you're going to be able to to redeem that. So congratulations, Emirak. There you go. No Soy Loto says one more. You guys want more giveaway? I'm not sure. Should we do one more giveaway? What do you think, David? Says I'm reading a book on sculpture from the 1970s, and it's perfectly applicable to ZBrush. One more. How much experience do you need to become a 3D instructor? That's a great question, Gaurav. So, I think you should have at least like 3 years of experience, and at that point you can already like share your knowledge. I've been doing 3D for 14 years now. I started teaching in 2000, like formally, I would say 2016. So I've been doing like formal teacher for 9 years. And at that point, it's not really a matter of like time, it's a matter of experience. Like, can the stuff that you can teach be helpful or useful for someone else? And if that's the case, go for it. Let's do 10 minutes, Sarn. Let's do 10 minutes because we got so many good questions right now, and I'm gonna answer as many as I can. So let's do one more giveaway, one more final giveaway, guys. One more final giveaway. It's gonna be 10 minutes. So there you go. We got the follower. Oh yeah, there we go. Follower goal. 2,800 followers. That's awesome. Now we need to get to the sub goal, right? We need to get to the sub goal of 100 subs. There you go. Doom Zero, thanks for the sub, man. Pegaso con Flow also, thanks for the sub, man. Santana and Pegalsi as well. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. So yeah, I think once you can justify the information that you're sharing with others, once your work can justify that you know the pipelines and the work, at that point, if instruction or being a teacher or something like that is what you're looking for, then you can try it, right? This is the fun thing about like teaching. I did not expect to become a teacher. Like, it was not on my plans when I was studying 3D. But I realized as I was like moving through my career path that people like the way I teach. Like, hey, you always explain things very clearly, or you're always very thorough in giving us the information that we need. So at that point, it's like, well, if that's a talent that I have, I might as well exploit that talent, right? And then focus on that talent as well. And at one point, I realized that I really enjoy teaching. So I started learning about teaching as well. In the same way I teach about 3D, I do my own research on how to properly teach, how to properly build a course, how to properly communicate. All of those things are also important because that's part of my career as an instructor, right? So it's a little bit of everything. Let's see. Can you make a tutorial on creating an anime shader in Maya? Ooh, that one I'm gonna skip. And the reason I'm gonna skip D-Tech Gamer is because I've never done one. I've never done anime stuff or like that kind of like cell shaded stuff. I'm sure there's other instructors here on YouTube that can help you better than I can, because I've never done that. So I would need to learn it first and then teach it, which takes way more time. Let's see. It's not working. We're getting an error there, Sarn. It seems like we got two. We might need to delete one. I see two. Okay, the first one has no entries. So yeah, there you go. The second one, guys. It's on the second one. There you go. No, I did ask Chris, actually. I did ask Chris, and we had a very nice talk, and he's like, hey, dude, I would love to teach this, but to be honest, I'm not a good teacher. So it's like, I'm going to skip it as well. So it's like, oh, perfectly valid, right? Like, not every single person out there can potentially be a teacher, but if you want to try it, like someone else was asking here, that's a perfectly valid thing to do. Let's see. Do you recommend applying to foreign countries as a junior artist, or move there as a student then look for a job? I think if you can move as a student, you might have the option to get more connections before applying, and that might give you the upper hand. Like, I know a lot of my peers back at Noman, they did that. Like, they were like foreign students. We were all like studying at Noman, and that's how they got their connections, and eventually like got into the industry that way. So yeah. About the courses, are those for beginners or more experienced artists? That's a great question, Diego. That's a great question. So it depends on the course. So for instance, the Mastering Marmoset Toolbag, beginners. If you've never used Marmoset, don't worry. If you've never textured before, don't worry. It's for beginners. You can go do it. ZBrush for iPad, beginners. Anatomy, I would say intermediate. You need to already know ZBrush. Complete Guide to Retopology, also intermediate. You should know why retopology is important in order to get here. Substance Painter, beginners. Introduction to Marmoseters, again, probably a little bit more intermediate level. ZBrush, beginners. Blender, beginners. And Maya Stylized, beginners. So most of the tutorials are for beginner students. Oh my god, did you guys see this? We're at 9 courses already. Oh, we got one more. Is that the 10th course then? I didn't realize. Yeah, that's the 10th course. Wow. Oh, that's a nice way to get to the 10th course. So that's the 10th course here on the site. This one, the free workshop, that's also for beginners, the portfolio presentation workshop, which, by the way, all of the things that I talk about here in the portfolio presentation workshop, you can apply them into the Marmoset course. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the Blender Weapon course is really, really good for beginners, I would say. Do you have any channels to recommend which keep you in touch with 3D industry or just websites? Yeah, so the best websites that I recommend is CG Channel. If you're not like subscribed to their newsletter, definitely go there. CG Channel is one of the big ones. 80 Level is another one of the big ones, and Flip Normals. I would say those are like my 3 go-to places to learn about like new things, new updates, news about the industry. Those like 3. CG Channel, 80 Level, and Flip Normals. Is hard surface assets the only assets done from start in Maya? As ZBrush, you get more control of the shape before retopology. You can do both way, Orlando. Like, there's really no right or wrong answer there. There's some people that are really, really good stuff about the... what's the word? About the... there's some people that can do very, very good results inside of ZBrush without having to touch Maya, and the same thing the other way around. There's some people that are really good at, like, box modeling and traditional, like, poly modeling techniques that don't even need to go into ZBrush. Is it okay to get the Retopo course? Yes. The Retopo course, we do it in Topogon because it's an amazing software, very, very fast. But again, the principles, right? The fundamentals of topology, they apply to absolutely any other software. I'm out of motivation this month. What do you do in this situation? That's a really tough question, Hassan. So let me go full screen here. Motivation is one of those like double-edged swords. It's great when you have it, right? Because it feels like you are like really pumped and you really want to do stuff, but it shouldn't be something that you rely on. That's why most people say that discipline is more important. I have it here, actually. Let me show you. Oh, here. So on my desktop, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a background and I have very like faded letters. It's like a message. It's like an internal message that I give myself. Again, it's very, very like difficult to see because I don't want it to be super obvious. It's kind of like hidden. But there's one there that says creativity will find you while working or working. So it's very important that motivation-wise, just give yourself a very small goal. Like the small goal could be, I'm gonna open Maya and I'm gonna model, I don't know, a Coca-Cola can. And just try like modeling the can, and believe me, once you start going, you're like gonna be like, oh, this could be like a grenade, or I could do something like this, or I could add this other detail. And as you start like working, you will find the motivation to keep adding more stuff and pushing. What I do sometimes when I'm not feeling like recording, which is every now and then, is I literally just hit play on the recording stuff. And I just start recording, and then 5 minutes and it's like, fuck this, it sucks, this doesn't work. Pause the recording and start again, and I do the exact same thing again. And by the second or third time that I do that, at that point I am able to just like feel that I'm actually in the zone and go through that point. You guys want to see that? Here, I'm gonna show you this a little bit backstage. Look at this. Can you see all of these videos? All of these are videos of me that are never gonna see the light of day. All of this. Where I try, something doesn't work, something fails, I need to try again, I need to re-record, the software crashes. Look at this. I don't know how many like videos I have here, but there's probably thousands of them. So all of this, yeah, they're like bloopers, exactly. Some of them are bloopers, and that's hard work, right? Like that's part of the process where I need to just like keep doing stuff until I get it. No, I'm not gonna play one because I start like cursing very heavily. It's like, oh, fuck this, I hate this, oh, I'm so tired of this freaking shit. So no, I'm not. I'll look for some bloopers. I'll look for some bloopers and then I'll show them to you later. But yeah, all of that, it's just work that I need to do to get myself into working, and once it's flowing, then at that point I can like really focus on doing quality stuff. Yeah, so the 3D channels is CG channel is one. AD level, it's another one, and flip normals. Those are like 3 big ones that you can check. What was the hardest course to record and get right? Well, right now the environment course is one of those that it's I try and try and try and try. It's just not freaking flowing. That's why it's again on the sidelines right now. But back in the day, the first Marvelous course that I did, back when I was at Nextut, oh, that was a tricky one. I struggled so much with that one because I didn't understand the system really well at that point. Like, I knew the tools, but I didn't understand the why of things. And when I don't understand the why of things, it always makes me feel very annoyed. It's like, I don't want to just click buttons. I want to know why I'm clicking those buttons. So I had to do a huge investigation and research phase where I need to understand why cloth patterns were cut in a specific way, right? So I have a good friend of mine, and she is a cloth designer. So I talked to her. I was like, hey, can I go to your place and can you teach me like why seams work this way? Why would you use this kind of pattern? Why would you use this kind of fabric? And I had to do a lot of research that first time. The next one, the new one, the Plague Doctor one, that was a lot easier because I already knew all of that information. But whenever I'm faced with something that's just, again, like a not flowing, that becomes like complicated. Also, and I've mentioned this before, there will be times, guys, let's go here, there will be times where your mental like health situation is not great. And I've mentioned this, my family has been going through some like complicated stuff for the past couple of months, so that definitely has taken me out of the like the zone, right? If that happens and you can only like do the bare minimum, that's okay. There will be times where things will improve, and at that point you can continue like pushing towards your goals, right? But it's fine to be like very mindful of, hey, right now I'm not in the best like mental state, physical state, emotional state, or whatever to be able to deliver the quality that I want to deliver. Okay, so yeah, let's go here, and we're going for the last winner, my friends, the 4th and final winner for today. Yes, Guri, if you want to learn the absolute basics of Maya, that course right there, it's a very fun one. It's a very, very fun one. It's very easy to follow and very beginner friendly. The stylized worlds for Maya. There you go. Let's see. So the winner, we got a minute. 1 more minute left for the winner. Is it hard to become a 3D journalist pro? It's hard to become a pro in anything, man. It's hard to become a pro in anything. It could be 3D. It could be designer. It could be customer. Like life is hard. I wish it wasn't as hard, but life is hard. There we go. I'll answer your question in just a second, Kefkas. In just a second. Because we're about to... Oh, actually, I do have time. Why do people do the rendering in Marmoset instead of rendering directly in Maya or Blender? For example, if they can do texturing rendering as well? Because it's fast. That's the only reason. It's very fast to set up your materials, set up your lights, and get a very nice render out of Marmoset. That's why. It's very convenient. And if you do it in Marmoset, you can export the Marmoset viewer as well. And when you export the Marmoset viewer, you can have that in your ArtStation so that people can check your wireframe, your textures, and your bakes, all that kind of stuff. So it is faster. It has multiple advantages, but yeah, like speed is definitely one of them. And there we go. 3, 2, 1, and the winner, the 4th and final winner, is a Sat Adiko. There you go. Yeah, you've been around for a while as well, my friend. Congratulations to Sat Adiko for winning one of our courses here on this special live stream today. There you go, Sat Adiko. Awesome. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Now, don't worry, Dolfo. We're gonna have more giveaways in the channel very, very soon. So that's it, my friends. That's it. Today we were just having this very small stream. I want to thank you guys, thank everyone for again continuing to support this project. It's thanks to you that we can keep doing this. And this is the 10th course. The 10th course here on the channel. I think that's a big milestone. I was not actually counting how many courses we had, but now that I realize, damn, that's the 10th course. That's a lot. So 10 courses in almost 2 years. Not bad. Not freaking bad. Let's see if we can get 2 more courses before our 2-year anniversary. That would be great. That way we close our 2-year anniversary with 12 courses. So yeah, we've been able to get to this point again thanks to you guys, thanks to this amazing community. Thanks for your support. Thank you very, very much for being there on the shorts, for being there on the on the YouTube channel, on the Discord, and we're gonna have more stuff, okay? So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna leave you one last time here with the trailer for those of you who are just joining, if you want to see what this whole thing was about. And as soon as the trailer is done, then at that point the stream is gonna end. We're not gonna like archive this stream. It's gonna be available if you guys want to see all the questions and all of the things that we talked about throughout the weekend. And I'm gonna be back on Monday with more videos, more shorts, more information. So thank you very much, my friends. Have a great weekend. And well, that is gonna be pretty much it. There we go, my friends. Have a great one. Don't forget, always learning, always improving. Do you want to make your 3D models look amazing? Whether you're a game artist, a 3D modeler, or just love creating amazing renders, Marmoset Toolbag 5 is your secret weapon to amazing presentations. This course is your complete guide to baking, texturing, rendering, and presenting your work in the best possible way. With over 8 hours of content, we're gonna be transforming our very simple models into awesome presentation pieces. No boring theory, just all of the information and tools that you need to start applying them right away. And the best part, everything's in real time. I'm gonna be showing you every single step of the process. We're gonna go through bakes, through textures, through presentation, shading, every single thing that you need for your projects. If you get stuck on something, don't worry, we have an amazing Discord community where you can get feedback, ask questions, and post, of course, your results. Marmoset Toolbag 5 is an absolute powerhouse. It has the most advanced baking tools that I've seen, a very simple and straightforward approach to texturing, and of course, the fastest way to set up and present your 3D work like a pro. So, what are you waiting for? Take your renders to the next level and start mastering Marmoset Toolbag 5. And remember, always learning, always improving.